Hello everyone. Before we begin this episode of Realms and Nerds, I just wanted to let you know that during this episode of the podcast, we often make reference to a map of the Temple of Tiamat given to us by Harrison for use during this combat scenario. And if you'd like to see that map for yourself as a visual reference while listening to the episode, you can find a link to the map in the episode description. Once again, I just also want to say thank you so much for listening. It means a lot to us, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Thank you. Previously, on Realms and Nerds, The Return of Ornon.
The temple at the center of the city is the main basis for life here. If we can take that part, not only will we have good avenues into the rest of the city, but I believe they may surrender at that point. You near the balcony, looking down into the rest of, into the floor below, and you notice that a large portion of the roof is this giant, stained glass mural. And you have just about enough time to admire this mural before a large piece of it in the middle just explodes.
Oh, shit.
So as this mural explodes, you catch a quick glimpse of a massive red shape of a dragon, and seated atop this dragon is none other than Malleoculus. So, here's what we got going on. So, obviously, the dragon is...
I don't see it. Where is it at?
The dragon. Kind of near the bottom half, or in the bottom half, that, green thing there.
On the right side?
On the right side, yes. That's the statue that you saw.
Oh, I thought it was a bottomless pit.
No,
Wait, the statue of Tiamat?
Yeah, that's the... Yeah.
I thought that was inside the temple.
You are inside the temple.
Oh, is this the main throne room?
This is the center of it.
Yes. It's kind of the overhead view. I sort of had to just use some other elements because I didn't have time to look for a add-on pack that had more statues, so it is what it is. So that's the statue of Tiamat. Like I said, it is what it is.
Holy hell.
Okay, so on either side, here's the way that this works. On either side, you can see that there's kind of the thicker sort of walkway and then a thinner walkway, right?
Yeah.
So those walkways are actually the same size. What it is the top one is the third floor, and then down from that is the second floor.
Yeah.
So...
Wait. You mean...
It's kind of a slanted overhead view.
You mean over on either side?
On the right and the other side.
Up?
Yeah,
Yes.
the left and right side, these bars.
So that's the second and third floor.
Yes.
Right.
So those black bars are represent the drop-off,
Got
you will.
Got it.
So functionally, as far as game goes, you can see that there before the black bar of the drop-off, there's a gray bar right there as well.
Uh-huh.
Is that a railing?
So the gray bar is the railing. That counts as a half cover if you're in that space.
Okay.
If you are backed up farther from that, then you are in full cover. Nobody on the ground can see you. However, if you're backed up farther away, you lose any chance at opportunity attacks on people on the ground if something happens.
Okay.
If you're up on the balcony.
Okay.
So then, as far as then the second floor, if anybody goes down to the second floor balcony, you'll just kind of have to use your imagination based on where you are on the map.
It's about the same size back.
Yes,
okay.
Correct. There, it sticks out a little bit, like RJ said, as a slanted view, just so you can see that.
And then,
so then obviously you can see on the bottom left and right corner, that's the stairway to go down
between the second and third layer.
Right, and then there's also a stairway there from second to first.
The black butt that you say is like the drop area.
Yeah.
Going from the first to second floor, it has like 2 gaps.
Yeah, there's some. Those are doorways that go off into other parts.
Okay, on the first floor.
On the first floor, correct. Functionally for this battle, that won't really make a difference, but they're just there.
Maybe.
So, let's see what else here. So, those, the black squares on the ground,
yep,
those are pillars. So, the way that we're going to handle that is if you are so there's the black square, and then there's like a gray part outside of the black square, as you can kind of see. If you're standing in that gray section on like an opposite side of your opponent, then that's going to count as full cover.
Got it. How high up do they go? All the way to the ceiling?
Yeah, those are going all the way up.
Okay. How tall is the ceiling?
I forget what we established. I think it's like 7 or 8 stories, I think.
Holy hell.
It goes all the way up, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to think. It goes all the way. The part you're in goes all the way up.
So
there is a part farther back that does not, but where you are, it goes all the way up because remember the dragon came down through the stained glass roof.
It's like 10 layers.
Is it 10? Okay.
From what I have, because I remember the community area was 2 levels, the office, the executing area was 2 levels, the study library was 2 levels. So that's 6, and then this was 2. Oh, so 8.
Okay, so I was right the first time. 8. Okay, so 8 levels.
80 feet. Good.
So, what else?
And what's that? To the right of the dragon, what's that circular? Is that like a podium for someone to stand on or something?
Yeah, it's kind of it's like a raised pedestal.
Like an altar? Yeah.
Sure, like an altar or something of that nature.
And then what are these black lines?
So the black lines are destroyed columns. So those are rubble piles. So if you're in that rubble, that's going to be difficult terrain. But if you are in the rubble, you're in half cover. And if you lay down in the rubble, you'll have full cover.
Not bad. Okay. Options.
And then that stairway right behind the dragon, that's the stairway that Seebo took down into the basement.
So if you are in the rubble, laying down, full cover, would that half your movement speed to get out of that or to get into that? Or would that take the
rough terrain has
bonus
your
action?
speed.
Rough terrain halves your movement speed, and to get up from laying down takes away half your full movement.
So you'd only be able to move 7 feet?
Yeah, basically, because you run up down.
Okay.
So basically, if you were laying down, you'd basically just like be able to get up and like try to crawl out of it, and that's about it.
Alright. What about the lighter spots between those pillars?
Torches?
No, actually, so the lighter spots are going to function as force field areas. So those actually were put up by the mages on your guys' side.
Safe. So basically just a little safe spot.
Yeah, well, okay, so you can go in there. All attacks either way are blocked.
Okay.
You can't go in or out. No attacks can go in, none can go out, but you can pass through there.
What if you have? So you're saying that if you tried and do a thrusting motion with a dagger, it just kind of hit the
Correct.
barrier. Okay.
And it is not a zone of nullification.
What if
right?
you-
So, like, if you're inside the zone, you can heal yourself?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
What if you slowly move your arm out and then do a thrusting motion? So you're in there, but your arm's outside of the thing, and then you try it.
Arm comes off.
I mean,
Okay, personally, I'm thinking that's just like...
you could probably try that. However, functionally, I'm probably going to have the enemy cut your arm off.
Whoa,
It's a risk he's willing to take.
really?
So,
Yeah, he beat me, Kyle.
I was going to say Joshamee.
Joshamee doesn't take risks.
It's a risk I'm not willing to take.
Calculated risk.
and so, okay, so one other thing with those healing areas. At any time, you can choose to activate the healing aspect of that.
Of the circles?
Yes.
They can heal you?
So each circle is going to have 20 hit points in a pool You can split them however you want between whoever's in there. However, if you do that, then the force field shuts down completely for 4 combat rounds.
No matter
Is
who
it-
it is.
Interesting.
Right.
Is it 20 total points period, or is it 20 per round? Or what's up with the number? How does this work?
20, per charge, I guess.
Boy, this force field gonna go down real quick, I tell you what.
Considering we're all damaged as
Considering
fuck,
I could suck up all that myself and still be
It's
one
gonna
short
be
of
like-
full HP.
It's going to be like a revive in any sort of first-person shooter online. It's going to be like,
yeah, flickers on for a
second.
Yep.
No, you're not. You just chuck
It's
the
going to
guy
be
in
another
there.
bad version of Overwatch.
It's just a Nuka-Cola. Go.
First come, first serve, boys.
Actually, we'll say, we're actually going to say that one is 3 rounds of combat.
Okay, after we use the 20 hit points,
It goes down until
The force field goes down
reset.
for 3 rounds.
Right.
Resets.
and it has 20
Then
hit
it has
points.
20 again.
Right.
That way you can get
When it
back.
resets.
Okay.
But, like I'm saying, it's not like you can't heal again. It's like literally the force field itself goes down.
Right, I got it.
Okay.
So you can still go to that
Thank
spot if
God
it's down
for
and
small
heal.
favors.
No. It doesn't have a chart. It doesn't have any healing
What
points
I
when
was trying to say is that it's not like a charge that recharges every 3 rounds of
Oh,
combat.
it doesn't recharge until it goes down.
Once you hit the health aspect of it,
yeah,
then the
that's-
shield goes away entirely.
yeah, that's when it recharges. It recharges when the shield goes away, not every round.
Correct.
Yeah,
Oh, if
I knew
only.
that. Yeah,
19.
But it
19.
takes 3 rounds.
yeah.
Yeah,
3 full rounds of combat for it to recharge.
correct.
So I think everybody got the idea, at least functionally. Yep. We can hammer it out if people have questions.
Yeah, we can get hammered if we need to figure it out.
Fucking figure it out.
We could figure out the hammer we gotta do. Hammer! Rockhammer! Hammer down!
Want me to put down the hammer?
What is it, Shakespeare in the Park?
All right. So you are up on the 3rd floor balcony. You've just seen this massive dragon dive bomb through the stained glass window above and is now on the ground. You've got coming from behind the dragon is filing out what remains of the Drow army. There's about 200 of them.
By that pedestal.
Coming from from behind, like from the top of your map.
Okay.
If you're looking at it.
Yep.
And then, so that's the top of the map. As you look at it, is deeper into the temple.
Which
the
side are we on? Left or right?
I believe you're on the left.
Left side.
Left side?
top 3rd floor.
I think you're on the left side.
Alright.
Yes. From the bottom of your map, as you look at it, is where the front door is. And from that way, streaming in is a large contingent of the troops that came in with you. There's about 500 of them.
And Michael.
Yeah, and Michael's in the mix, too.
He'll win the battle for us.
And Sage, probably.
Well, this has been fun. Peace, guys.
Hey, Joshamee. Hey, this is no time for a down spirit. In fact, sir, and Seebo's gonna pull out his pipe. He's gonna pack it. He's gonna spark it up, and he's gonna hand it to Joshamee. This is a time that I think, personally, I need to relax more than ever.
Okay, Joshua takes the pipe and smokes it, and in the middle of doing so, turns around and begins to leave.
Hey, bring my pipe back at least.
He's still going.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna stop me!
Alright, Seebo's...
baby back, bitch. Get the fuck out.
Seebo's gonna...
He walks back, he's like, I thought one of you do the heroic thing and, like, grab me and to be sentimental and kinda epic and, you know...
I'm debating whether or not to
Somebody
throw him
is-
over the balcony.
Somebody is reaching for a little extra attention.
So you guys are on the 3rd floor on the left side. I think you guys weren't terribly far from where the stairs are. If I remember correctly, you hadn't gone very far down the hallway. So, I guess, what are you going to do? At this point, we'll say, the armies on either side are filing in. There is some, arrows flying around, but they haven't quite met as far as, like, ground forces.
Rhomash is going to start heading down the length of the balcony Well, actually, how far away am I from the dragon?
Well,
yeah, is the grid accurate as far as movement?
Yeah.
That's a big fucking.
Okay, so how much is each square worth? 5 feet?
5 feet?
5 feet.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Okay, so maybe just like 30 feet.
I guess we could say probably about 90 feet.
Okay.
So here's also the way that we're gonna.
It's 50 feet from the dragon.
Yeah. And then plus you're a little bit farther down the balcony, so it's why.
Alright.
So here's also one other thing I forgot to say. You guys are gonna get we'll call it extra movement speed, because this is a large scale battle and not an engagement. You can move your movement speed during your turn, and then out of your turn, you can move up to 3 times your movement speed.
Oh shit!
As long as it does not put you in another engagement, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you can end your turn, and you can say, "Seebo then is that during this time gonna run over here."
Right. Because the idea being that this is a battle where there's a lot of people involved, so combat rounds are longer than 3 seconds.
Does this also nullify the concept of disengaging, providing an opportunity attack for the opponent?
That all still works within normal combat, I guess, if that makes sense. So you can't sprint 3 times your normal movement speed and then do an opportunity attack.
No, I mean, so you're fighting a dude at the end of your turn, they're still up, they're still alive, and you're like, I'm going to go over here. Usually, that means you disengage, and they get an opportunity attack because you're disengaged.
You're hardcore staring at them.
That would still happen.
Okay.
Unless all the rules of combat are the same. Basically, think of it as if you're not actually in combat, you can move farther.
Or if you can get out of combat.
Right.
You take that head or find a way around that head.
Okay, as using up one of my 3rd level spell slots, because I can't cast 3rd level spells, or I should say Rhomash doesn't remember 3rd level spells, I'm going to attempt to cast Cure Wounds on myself again, because I'm not going to win any fight.
Does that mean you can cast other spells at 3rd level?
I have the power, I just don't know the spells.
He has the power, not the knowledge, is what we
just
decided.
know the spells that are only available at 3rd level.
Right. So he has his 3rd level spell slots.
Here you go, buddy.
Let's see if magic works at all. That's a 7.
Okay. Yeah.
Mikhail asked his companions, "Do any of you have any arrows that you would be willing to spare for a companion?"
No.
I mean, I have these arrows, but my bow is significantly smaller than yours.
I'm willing to give you 5 gold pieces apiece.
For every arrow?
God, I wish I had fucking bow right now. I'd give you all my arrows.
I don't even need the money. Honestly, just kill the dragon, man. Here, I've got 15, so I'll give you 8.
You can pay me for them.
Does Seebo accept gold in exchange?
He said just take the arrows.
Okay.
He doesn't want to have to worry about it.
Okay, what's the...
You can pay me later.
Guys, what's the battle
Great,
plan
thanks.
here? What is everyone thinking?
Great, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Anyone have any idea how we're going to go about doing this?
Nope.
Obviously, Mikhail wants to shoot at it with his bow. His great bow, I assume.
Just probing.
Okay, so I guess at this point, if you guys are going to actually start doing attacks, then we probably should do some sort of an initiative roll here.
Hi.
I was gonna say, does the dragon sense our presence?
Of course it does.
Well, we're 30 feet above.
I mean, you in particular, or the presence of enemies? Because the answer to the latter question is
yes.
Yes, with lots of emphasis.
He can smell you. He senses your body heat.
They know.
He can see your power level on his scouter. I feel 5,000.
Seebo rolled an 11.
Joshamee?
21.
Damn.
Watch, it's my only good roll tonight.
Rhomash?
I got a 4.
Ryder?
16. Okay, Mikhail?
17.
Joshamee is up first.
How far can Joshamee get down towards the ground level thing?
What's your movement speed?
25 feet.
So,
How fast can he fall?
That's an excellent question.
I assume you're not going over the balcony.
Probably not. No good reason to.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, the fastest way to get down would be to just, rappel down the 2 levels, but...
And Mikhail throw you.
I have a grappling hook.
Toss me.
I could rappel down.
Now toss me.
Joshamee doesn't care enough
tell
about getting
the
into this engagement
Don't
to
tell
actually take that route, though. The less he can be seen, the better, so he's just going to take the stairs quietly.
Okay. I think you can get to the stairs.
To the stairs at the top?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Over the duration of the turns.
Yeah.
That's his first turn. All he did was get to the stairs.
Right. So you're basically you're running to the stairs as the whole combat loop is happening. So when we get to... Actually, I just thought a really good way to explain this whole movement mechanic is like RTS games where you tell a troop to go somewhere and then you can do other stuff as they're moving that way.
Yep.
Command and conquer.
Alright, Mikhail's up.
Alright. I am going to approach the railing of the balcony, and I am going to knock an arrow to the great bow. I'm going to attempt to draw the Odysseus bow. 15 beats the strength save, so I draw it successfully. Because I can see the dragon, correct? Do I have a shot?
You can see the dragon, yeah.
And it's within 300 feet?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You guys are you're up on the 3rd floor, and you're basically just past the pillars, so...
13?
That is not going to beat AC.
It just bounces up the scales. What happened to doing flavor text?
Find us when we're not in such a huge ass combat scenario.
I was just about to say the flavor text is kind of going to be limited today since I have we're going to have so many rounds of combat and we have a somewhat limited time frame. I want to try and get through it. I mean, for big moments, I'll still flavor text it, but if you just missed, I'm just going to be like, you missed.
Oh, shit. Maybe it was the first shot against the dragon, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's happy he drew the bow. He's missed the aim.
Hey, I heard you like movies.
I heard you like to hustle.
I heard you like podcasts.
Well, guess what?
There's a podcast for you out there called The Home Video Hustle.
Damn right.
Every Friday, we talk about whatever movie PJ picks out the bag. What does that mean? Every Wednesday on our YouTube page, I put a bunch of movies in a bag, and PJ picks one out at random. And then we just watch it. We talk about it for maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever we feel like doing, wherever the conversation leads us.
But do we actually talk about the movie?
Most of the time. Tangents galore.
Yes.
So believe me, we may be a movie podcast, but it's not always about movies. We may talk about video games, music. Yeah, that's the big one, music. Sometimes we might get a little bit of politicalness in there.
Yes.
Sometimes we may just, we know what we like to do. We like to tell stories, PJ.
Yes.
I am the master storyteller of the podcast realm. Undefeated. So if you like to hear about movies, video games, whatever foolishness comes to our mind, the most random stuff you could think of, check out the Home Video Hustle. You can find us on the Stitchers, the Google Play, Apple Podcasts,
what else?
Podbean,
what else?
Podcast Addict,
goddamn,
all that. Ain't no reason you can't get your hustle on. We everywhere, worldwide, baby.
Hustle, motherfucking hustle.
Hey, we can't cuss in the promo, PJ. We gotta be family friendly. There may be podcasts out there that don't want his hair to say all that good fun stuff.
Well, you.
Don't run the listeners away, PJ.
I'm sorry.
But this is going kind of long.
Yes.
So we'll end this and say, hey, check out the Home Video Hustle every Friday on all the various podcast outlets. Peace.
Peace.
Hello again, listeners. Thanks again for listening to our podcast. I hope you're enjoying the episode. I just have some quick housekeeping stuff before we get back to the episode. First of all, I would just like to encourage you to share the show with other people that you think might enjoy it as well, and to follow us, and if you'd like, leave positive ratings or reviews if you're enjoying the show on the podcast listening service that you use. All of these really help to get our show out to new people, which in turn helps us to continue making better content for you guys. If you're on social media, you can follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all with the username Realms Nerds. And also please remember to use the Realms Nerds hashtag when posting on socials about the podcast. Realms Nerds is also a part of my community Discord, which encompasses this podcast, my country music podcast, my Twitch video game streams, and my future content. You can find links to all of our socials and the Discord in the episode description. I'd also like to remind you that the map for the battle area that we're in for this in the next few episodes is also in the episode description if you would like to see it for yourselves, especially since we reference it quite a bit in the episode. Don't forget to check out the podcast's pro mode at the beginning and end of this commercial break. You can find links for those in the episode description as well. Thank you again to our friend Kyle for composing the podcast's main theme. And thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to our podcast. We really, really do appreciate all of your support. I'll talk to you all again when the next podcast episode drops, but until then, enjoy the rest of the episode, and take care, stay healthy, please stay safe, and God bless.
Hey, this is Liz.
Hey, this is Heather.
And we are Nerdy Bitches Podcast,
a show where two geeky ladies podcast their way through pop culture.
From movies and TV to our regular book club and everything in between, we bring you our favorite fandoms with a feminine eye.
We are talking Star Wars, Star Trek, DC, Marvel, comic books, and anime.
And don't forget sci-fi, fantasy, action movies, video games, D&D, board games, and so much more.
Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, or wherever you find awesome podcasts.
You can also find us hanging out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and at nerdybitches.com.
See you soon.
Ryder is up. Well, gentlemen, shall we put together a jaunty fighting tune?
I can get my viola out.
No need, son.
Seebo already has his viola out, and it's already up to his chin.
So he grabs out his lute off of his back, and suddenly a rush of flame. When he you know that one pickup thing where it goes boom.
A strum?
The big strum, like when you like when somebody first hits a guitar.
Yes.
That,
Yeah, we got it.
He hits that, and fire erupts from it, and he's given these flaming wings that don't really do much, and between his two horns forms a fiery crown, and guy is slashing like no tomorrow. He's fucking playing Dragon Force, and the guitar solo to
Fire in the Flame.
I was literally just thinking that.
He's playing Through the Fire and the Flames, and what is that one guitar solo?
Mix in a little Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Hell yeah.
He's getting ready to go.
Okay.
Do
how about a charisma check?
Performance check? Performance? Did you
Is
say?
is he also casting a spell?
I guess
with this?
what's the point? What's the point? You're just like hype man stuff. Or?
Yeah, he's doing a performance.
Let's see. What am I about to do?
Or is
Inspirational.
Okay.
With the lights?
I'm gonna try. I'm close enough to some of the enemies, aren't I? To some of the.
You're up on a third floor.
They're all on the ground right now.
And they're on the opposite side of
Yo, we'll just Yeah, about this. Do a performance check for me.
Critical fail.
That would suck.
16.
Okay. I will say that your teammates are very, very inspired by this display. They're very pumped up and just like really ready to go. So much so, in fact, that they're all going to gain 6 temporary hit points.
Fuck.
Oh, I thought we were going to get some points of inspiration, but you know what? I'm cool with HP.
I'm good with.
I thought that maybe HP would be more appropriate for his performance.
Let me give like half a second. I need to look at something real quick.
It's like that, like soldiers, like, getting each other hyped up and screaming at each other before they go into battle. You just feel it less.
I'm gonna
because crowd psychology.
I'm gonna fire an Eldritch Blast at that dragon.
Okay.
You would.
Oh, that's a 13.
13 is not gonna do it.
I would also like to throw a point of inspiration or inspire Mikhail so that he can maybe shoot his bow next time. Do you know what inspiration does?
Yes.
Okay.
What does inspiration do?
Okay.
I've never had a bard, man.
It's like when you use it, when you spend it, you get like advantage on.
Oh, okay, so just like how a normal.
No, you get to add like 1d6 to your roll.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Any roll you want?
Yeah.
Got it.
Any roll you want.
Got it.
Any single roll.
Okay.
Okay.
It wouldn't be to pass the strength check. It would be to hit.
Do a I guess this is maybe performance as well. Maybe another performance check. I keep waffling on whether or not I should make you do charisma or performance.
Performance is a charisma.
Is performance
check.
charisma?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Correct. It's based on charisma.
Oh, I thought performance was wisdom. Never mind then. I guess do another performance check.
That's a 26.
That's a 29.
A 29?
Holy hell.
Okay.
Yo, what's your... Is you plus 5?
You got
plus 10,
I have
apparently.
a plus 10 in performance.
No, plus 5 charisma.
Plus 4 charisma.
Plus 6.
I did a double expertise on performance.
I understand.
Okay. Go ahead and sing Mikhail a song.
On the gates of hell, as we make our way to heaven through the Nazi line. Primo Victoria, on the 5th of June, on the shores of Western Europe.
There you go.
I feel pretty inspired, bro.
Yeah. You guys don't know Sabaton, do you?
Yes, I was just about to say that sounds like
That sounds like a Sabaton song.
I think that's probably short enough that we can get away with publishing that in the podcast.
You gotta come up with some original content, my dude.
Oh, yeah, write some lyrics down.
I'm not going to let you get away with just singing random songs every time.
Well,
do you want me to actually come up with a song of the spot?
Do it.
Well, I mean,
not right
now. We're too.
I think it'd be more fun if, like, going forward, when you try to inspire people, you come up with actual songs.
Come, Mikhail, let's slay that dragon. Notch up your bow and hit it real hard.
There you go. All right. Because you got a
really hard.
Because you got a 29. We'll actually give Mikhail 2 points of inspiration. And,
who's up next?
So next up are going to be the Drow Warriors. Alright, so the Drow clash against your friendly forces down below and deal a total of 69 points of damage.
Holy hell.
Good job. Oh, wait, no, hold on.
Good opening salvo for them. Seebo, you're up.
Alright. Seebo gets pretty hyped after hearing this music.
Yeah.
So he's gonna... he stored his viola pretty quick after he started. And when he stored his viola, he grabs out his grappling hook. Seebo's gonna run. He's gonna jump up the ledge and throw the grappling hook on the railing, and he's gonna swing down.
Okay. Are you trying to go to the second floor, or are you trying to go all the way down to number 1?
All the way down to the first floor.
Okay.
He's gonna go right by like that door area so he can have a little extra room.
I got you. Okay.
All Hawkeye style.
Go ahead and do a.
Sorry that I didn't give you a point of inspiration. Have fun.
I guess go do an athletics check.
Okay. I don't know why athletic. Okay. 17 plus 20.
Okay. Yeah, I think you repel in 2 big bounds here. You jump kind of like off the 3rd floor, release some rope, and then your feet plant on the 2nd floor, and then you release again, and you're now on the ground floor.
Is 20 enough for like a slow motion shot?
Yeah, when his feet plant on that 2nd floor one, he sees some of the friendly archers that are filing their way up onto the balcony, and he throws them a peace sign as he repels down.
Probably more of a salute.
No, actually, he probably gives him the finger, if we're being honest.
No, that's a Joshamee fucking move. Seebo's a good guy. He doesn't go around just, fucking people. Maybe their daughters.
Damn! There it is.
Okay, so you repel to the ground. Do you still have movement speed at that point? I forget what your...
my movement speed is 25.
Okay. So I think you probably use that up repelling down, right?
Yeah, sure.
Is that... I think more or less.
So you had like some fast hands trait that nullified it.
Fast hands allows me... Or a second story where allows me to do vertical movement with my movement speed, not at half.
Not half movement speed. Gotcha.
Right. Alright, so that's it, I guess, for your... I assume you're not making an attack from there, unless you are.
No, but you said are there troops by where Seebo's at now?
Yeah, they've kind of been filing in. So essentially, think of it as the pillars on the bottom side are sort of like the battle line for your friendly troops, and then the other side is kind of where the enemy troops are coming from, but it's all really mixed up at this point.
Okay.
Because everybody's kind of running all over, and obviously, your friendly troops are trying to avoid the dragon, so it's very mixed up. But yeah, you have friendly troops kind of around you.
Okay. So then I guess I'm not going to attack on this turn, but can I say what Seebo's going to do?
Yeah, go ahead.
Seebo is going to, I guess, look for if he sees anybody that he knows, he's going to meet up with them. Like Michael, Sage, possibly one of the other campaign members, or one of the other group members that we met in the place Shadow of the Plains of Doom.
Yeah,
the other adventurers we met in the Plains of Doom. But if he doesn't see any of them, he's gonna head over to that bottom pillar on the left side with the field in the middle.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
That's at 24.
Okay.
You find everybody.
You see
24.
It's funnier than 24.
25.
You see in the center of the force field nearest to you, one of the people that's doing some work in there is Jeff, the medic that was giving Rhomash shit earlier.
Yes! Fuck it! That's who I was hoping for.
Awesome.
So are you gonna go over and join Jeff then?
Yeah, I'll meet up with Jeff.
Okay. So you're running that way.
It's me and Jeff.
All right. So next up is the troops. Instead of just calling them friendly troops or whatever all the time, I'm just going to refer to them as Ezra's guys, because they're his soldiers. So
King Ezra's soldiers.
Yeah, so Ezra's troops are up. You know what? They're feeling spicy. They're going to make an attack on the dragon here. So they hit for 21 points of damage, as only a couple of them were able to connect with the dragon here. Next up is Ezra's archers, who have moved up and are positioned on the second floor They're actually on the left side. They're mostly underneath, like where you guys are. The people, I guess, that are still up there that are standing. Otherwise, they're kind of like continuing to fan out. And they are going to attack. They're going to go after the ground troops. So they release a volley of arrows and are going to hit for 41 points of damage.
So it's that scene from 300, basically.
Not quite that drastic.
Blot out the sun.
So we shall fight in the shade.
Well, boys and girls, it was bound to happen. Diretta is up.
Oh. The dragon.
The dragon.
Princess
Can't see me.
She's a princess!
One thing I forgot to mention, when the attack went against Diretta, the spears, when they hit her, the troops seemed to be slightly less effective than they should have been.
I mean, does their damage still stay? Did they deal 21 damage or whatever?
No, they did 11 damage.
Oh, okay, I know what's going on.
Non-magical weapons.
Non-magical weapons. Thank God for the mighty Morphin Quarterstaff.
Well,
okay. Alright, so Diretta is up. She is actually
on our side. Surprise.
Magic man!
If
she's actually going to do a fire breath attack against the soldiers on the ground. And it's not going to be pretty.
Would you like original or extra crispy?
In this case, we're going for grilled.
Seebo, you feel the heat as this fire just absolutely decimates right in front of you. You are only saved because you are standing behind one of the pillars near this force field. And this dragon does 73 points of damage.
Holy God.
I'm glad I wasn't in that.
That's more than my maximum HP.
So, it's that scene in the anime where the enemy just gets totally disintegrated.
Soldier A, soldier.
Okay. Rhomash, you were up.
Okay. That was wildly terrifying to watch. Wow. That's a lot of fire.
You sure you didn't get like a full stiffy from that?
Oh no, yeah, it's full on now. No,
full mast.
So, Rhomash is going to climb down the rope that Seebo used.
Seebo, did you leave your rope there?
Definitely did not leave his rope there. Sorry, dude.
Even then,
he needs his grappling hook and rope. I'm sorry.
If the rope was there, would have gotten
that would be a different question, but I'm asking if you left it or not.
Fuck's sake! Alright. We're going to spend another third level spell slot to attempt to use Moonbeam on the dragon.
Okay.
Why would you want to hurt your beloved?
I love you, so I must kill you.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
I'm not rolling to see if I can even cast it.
Well, you're rolling your attack first.
Well, I'm not actually. What happens is a silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40 feet high cylinder on a point within range. Range is 120 feet.
It hits no matter what.
It hits no matter what.
It hits no matter what.
What happens is it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes, in this case, 3d10 radiant damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
What if you accidentally being yourself?
Dude, I'm 90 feet away from this
So
thing.
he pulls down his pants and
Okay. So, I guess go ahead and roll to see if you can do it then.
That's a 9.
Okay. It works as it should.
Thank God! I get to do something this fucking game. Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw, sir. Where's that DC? Okay.
you know that dragon's at like a high constitution.
Well, we'll see.
23.
Shut up, Ray. Alright, so it takes half damage. This, by the way, the moonbeam remains for up to a minute.
Okay.
So, I get 5 more times to...
Six.
No, 9 more times, because 6 seconds... Okay, yeah. To do this. So, 3d10. That's 12 radiant damage.
Okay, so, as you hit with this,
should probably mention that he's also going to duck behind the wall fully.
Okay.
So that's full cover.
He's going to step back.
Yes.
That red is only actually going to get hit with 6 points of damage.
Of course she is.
So she has magical resistance too.
Resistance to magic.
Well,
apparently.
Maybe.
Just, yeah. Mikhail, you're up. Or no, I'm sorry, Joshamee's up.
Oh, we're back to me. Okay.
Okay.
We're at the ladder. We're gonna go, or the stairs. We're gonna go down them stairs or whatever it is.
Okay.
How far can I go? I have 25
We'll
feet.
say that, we'll say the stairs are about 20 feet, probably.
So I make it all the way down and then have 5 more feet to move?
Right.
Alright, I'd just like to note that he takes a quick pause at the second floor and flips off the archers and then continues on.
Okay.
Alright, so now he's down on the ground. Let me pull up the thing again so I can see what the hell I'm looking at. Alright, I'm down here. Oh shit, 5 feet wouldn't even get me. So quick question, why is there only gray to... Oh, because that's probably where the stairs open up. Yeah, I guess there's not anybody, like, within 5 feet of him other than companions.
Yeah, I mean,
companions.
in this back corner, yeah, this is pretty much the people
I guess all he's gonna do, he's gonna look for his, friends. Heavy air quotes.
Okay.
The other people that released the lich with him.
Okay. Do a perception check.
Yep. 13.
Okay. Off in the distance, you can see Dracarys, and he has just, with his bare hands, ripped the eyeballs out of a drow.
Jesus.
But then he gets lost in the battle surge, and you don't know where he went.
Well, that's why he's gone. Now I'm gonna have to look for him again.
He's just gonna kind of stay behind cover as best as he can this round.
Okay, so
in case of fire or
so are you moving up then?
I don't think I can move up without being out of cover. Because each square is 5 feet, right?
Right.
Yeah. If I'm at the bottom of the stair.
I mean, like, after your turn, like...
Oh, yeah, that's right. How
when
far
you can move
I
around.
after my
You
turn?
can do 3 times your movement speed.
So I can move 75 feet?
Correct.
And you said he's, like, on the other side?
He's, like, down here, basically. He's at the bottom of the
Where
stairs.
did I see Dracarys?
Dracarys? You saw him somewhere over here. Okay. But what I said is that you don't know where he went.
I know.
Like, it was kind of like an opening in the battle, and you saw him...
He was that way.
Murder this drow, and now he's
Joshamee gonna truck that way as best he can, and get as far as he can, remaining in cover at the end of his movement. So if that's not quite 75 feet, then that's not quite 75 feet.
Okay.
Where is he at?
But just somewhere where he's as close as he can get to Dracarys while being behind cover.
We'll say that you get... We'll say you get behind that bottom left pillar there.
This one?
No, by the, that one there, yeah.
This one, okay. So I basically went there from the stairs.
That's the way you wanted to go, right?
Well, I thought you said he was up here.
He's up, up in there, yeah.
So I thought I was going to be going this. Well, I guess that's the way. So yeah, that works. Yeah, he'll do that, and I'll just kind of work his way around.
Okay.
That's it.
Mikhail, you are up.
Alright. So I'm going to move into position, knock another arrow, and I'm going to draw my bow.
Hopefully.
I don't beat the strength check to draw the bow.
Okay.
Wimpy.
Hefty.
You doing anything else, or are you staying up there?
You have inspiration.
Oh, you have inspiration.
2 inspiration.
I didn't want to burn it on drawing the bow. I'd rather burn it on hit.
Good point.
But don't, if you fail
what's the strength check to...
If I fail the strength check, I still have my full attack that I could use with the longbow. But
what are the stats for the inspiration point? Is there, there's stats to it, right?
It's you add 1d6 to your die roll.
Okay.
Which could
possibly land on a 1 out of a 1 out of 6 chance. I'm not going to risk that. It's going to land on a 1, and I still fail the strength check.
Okay.
You have it. I think it says that you basically have it until like a short rest.
Yeah. I mean, the odds are in your favor that you'd hit it, but, I guess it is up to you.
Right. But then I would also have to use the point of inspiration. If I do beat the strength check, there's a lower possibility of me hitting the dragon than there is of me beating the strength check.
Sure. I mean, like I said, it's up to you. Alright, so are you doing anything else, or are you just staying there?
I'm just taking full cover and I'm cursing.
Okay. Ryder, you're up.
Not praying to Bahamut?
I am more so angry because he couldn't draw the bow.
I'm gonna try to use another Eldritch Blast on it. Fuck.
On the dragon?
On the dragon. Undirected the dragon.
Go ahead.
Oh shit, bud. 25.
That is gonna do it.
So a 9 plus 7, 16 plus 4, so 20.
Okay. That's actually only gonna hit her for 10 points of damage.
Still got one on the board.
Next up are the drow, and they are still engaging the troops on the ground here. Okay, so a couple of them connect, and they're going to hit for 25 points of damage on these guys. Seebo, you are up. Before your turn starts, as you've been standing here for a couple of seconds now, because of your roll that you got before on your perception, you've also noticed that the statue of Tiamat in the room is glowing slightly.
Okay. Well, Seebo actually he's gonna use the health pool of the shield.
Of course he is, greedy bastard. No, I'm just kidding.
What are you at?
24.
I'm at 8.
Well, get down here, boy.
Are you using the health pool?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you get up to 20 hit points. I don't know how many you need.
I need 19.
Okay.
You would do that.
So you get 19 hit points back then, I guess.
Okay.
You're such a dick.
And then Seebo's gonna take off between pillars, going across towards the statue to get a closer look.
Okay, so you're going over towards the
and so the shield goes down, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So which way are you going? Are you going around the backside?
No, he's right here.
Yeah.
He's just gonna make his way.
Cut across, okay.
And then quick dash across the thing.
So we'll say, because I'm assuming Seebo being sneaky wouldn't stand out in the open.
No, he's gonna he's gonna hug the pillar.
Right. So we'll say for the end of your turn, you end at the edge of that top right pillar, and then do a stealth check for me real quick.
Okay. That is a 15.
Okay. I think you're bagging. I think a 15 is enough that you can sneak across to the next pillar. So you'll be over next to the statue on your next turn.
Dope.
Okay, so the troops on the ground are up now. They are actually going to engage the drows that are on the ground here. Okay, so they do some massive fucking work. They do 114 damage total on these drows. They just come in and wreck their shit.
Good job.
Take a nice chunk out of them there. Yeet. Next up are the archers. And the archers are going to target Diretta and take some shots at her. So they are going to deal 55 points of damage, but only 28 are going to hit. Alright, next up is Diretta.
Okay, at the beginning of her turn, because she's in the moonbeam, she takes another 3d10.
Okay, do I have to roll, or is it just like...
Oh, Constitution saving throw, yeah.
Okay. Nat 20 plus 7, 27.
Yeah, she definitely won that roll. She's taking half damage.
Okay.
That's 11 radiant damage, so she takes 5.
Okay. Alright, so first she's gonna do a bite attack. She's gonna attack the soldiers. So she does...
Did she just whiff
So I was thinking to myself, so I have the soldier's AC set at 16, right?
Okay.
She has an attack bonus of 14 to her hit on bites. She rolled a critical fail, which is literally the only way she can miss against these guys. So the bite was a critical fail. Both of the claw attacks were very much not so. So she does 28 points of damage against these dudes.
It's not actually that bad.
You say that, but John is dead. John had a family, you bastard.
He was 2 weeks from
Rhomash, you're up.
Okay. Rhomash is going to use his movement to go... Is there anything to tie my rope to rappel down? I mean, I have pitons, where you call them, that I can hammer into the wall.
Piton?
Piton, where you call them.
Okay, I'll say this. You can either do that or
tie off on the rail.
roll a strength check for me if you're not going to put one of those in.
I'll do the first one.
Okay. I guess also roll a strength check for that, but it's going to be a much lower roll because I just want to see if you can hammer this thing into the stone.
Fuck yeah, I can. It's a 21.
Okay. Yes.
Where are these rolls when I perform magic?
You whack so hard the whole balcony breaks.
You put this thing in with ease, and you have your rope tied off to it.
Solid. I'm going to climb down the rope to the ground floor.
Okay.
And make my way to get out of sight behind this pillar
Okay.
here.
Do an athletics check for me.
Oh, proficient in that. Thank God. Dude. That's an 18.
Okay, yeah, you make it down without an issue.
2. Do I make it behind the pillar, I assume?
Yeah, I think you make it down, and then with your movement speed, sort of in between turns, I think you'll be able to make it behind that pillar.
Cool.
With that, we're at 10:15, and that's the end of the order. So I think we'll end it there. We'll pick up next week.